part video. We take things apart so you don't have to. Today is a triple feature: an old telephone, an old webcam, and an old digital projector. So let's get started. Let's see what's inside an old telephone, folks. You never know what could be in here. Some of these screws are kind of stubborn, but if they don't come out, you know what that means. You get smashed the thing open to get the thing open. Remember, folks, don't try this at home. And you also have to look very carefully all around there to see how many screws you have to take apart. Manufacturers don't really like it when crazy people take their products apart like this, so you have to, there could always be screws hidden under product labels, so you gotta really look around and see what could be hidden in here. See, that's the easy way to do it. And if the screws don't come out, you know what that means. It's time to use force. Like I said, folks, don't try this at home unless you have a good medical plan. Yeah, that's the way to do it. See, that's the way to do it. The piece that got away. And that's what's inside the old telephone, folks. You have these little resistance buttons there, and when they make contact on these little pads here, it closes the circuit and completes the connection. And you have the telephone jacks, a little piezoelectric buzzer to make the thing ring, and that's the whole little circuit chip. The whole thing probably runs in that little chip alone. Well, so much for that. On to the next item. Nah, I'm not even going to bother with the headphone. That's garbage now. The old Webcam, and it should be all kinds of little electric motors in this thing. And there's probably hidden screws under these little rubber feet. There are little screws in there. So if you're taking things apart, folks, look for hidden screws under rubber feet. These little labels here, there must be a screw hidden under there. You could bump your finger there and you could feel that there's another screw in there. Those are usually the label that says void warranty. If you remove the label, well, this thing is so old now that warranty doesn't matter. Even if there was a warranty, good luck trying to collect. Alright, you see all kinds of little electric motors here. There could be a memory card in this thing too, if it's usable. Just a reminder that that is public domain music playing in the background. It's over 100 years old. Oh, it even had a little condenser microphone in there too for the audio, no doubt. Had the Wi-Fi antenna there. Nowadays people would probably be going crazy to get that little bit of gold plating off of there. Had a little electric motor here. We're going to take this whole thing apart, folks, right before your very eyes. This could be a sensor for positioning the camera. Must have been a limit switch for determining how far around the camera can go before breaking the wires, no doubt. There are the screws holding it in together. One more screw. There you go. See it. I'm surprised they actually had a brass bushing for the bearing. DC 5 volts to use it with a USB adapter. Remember, folks, this is entertainment only. Do not try this at home. That's the way to do it. Oh, they really made this brass bushing in there pretty strong. Well, there's one way to get that little piece of brass out. So much for that. And if you actually had a camera tripod, you could probably use that little tripod thing and make a little holder for a new camera or something. So it has the, looks like a Wi-Fi chip and the camera processing unit, but it's so old and out of date, doesn't work with the new software. Onto the camera head itself. This camera, if you know how old this camera is, let me know in the comments. These little screws they put into plastic could actually be used in wood. You could see how they would work in wood as well. Now we get to the good part. There's another motor in there for it to go up and down like so. There's another limiting switch in there for the motor. You could see how carefully and how much work actually went into making this at the factory when they put this thing together. By taking it apart is opposite of putting it together. And there's another limiting switch in there, so stop the motor if it reaches beyond its range of motion, to keep the wires from twisting out. Looks like it has a common 2 wires, so if it stops that way, or if it stops that way, it'll determine how to move the camera once it reaches that end of motion. What I want to see, and I'm sure as you want to see, is the CCD for the camera that was used to actually get the pictures. What kind of a camera device is it? Is it a charge coupled device, or what kind of camera element does this thing have? You can see the old ultra infrared. Yeah, I think it's infrared, where it allows the camera to see in the dark. So these LEDs probably could be used again. So it's a possibility. Yeah, so here's the lenses for the camera, and here's the actual chip that receives the imagery. So it's all new technology, surface mounted design. I don't know if you can actually see through that little lens there, but you can see how it would get the picture onto the chip for processing the image from the lens for the camera. Oh well, on to the next thing. This is a piece of junk now. I'm going to save the motors. Don't brush debris with your bare hands like I'm doing. Always use a bench brush. You might cut yourself, so don't try that at home. On to this little early, I don't think it has to be, it can't be a true DLP, but some kind of LED, LCD camera or something, We'll find out in a minute. You can get these LED cameras on the internet for what, $50, $60, $100 for a good one nowadays. When years ago these were hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars for a projector.